El Octágono.
We have a UFC fighter, Matt the Immortal Brown, on the line. Matt, are you there?
Yeah.
Hey, man, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us today. You're going to be fighting on UFC on Fox 7, and you're going to be fighting against Jordan Mein. This is going to go down April 20th in San Jose, California. People can watch these fights on Fox. The prelims are going to be on FX and on Facebook. And for information, obviously, they could go to UFC.com. But Matt has his own webpage as well. I'm sure he's going to be posting a lot of information on there. It's www.immortalbrown.com, right?
Yeah, that is my website.
Now, you have one of the mostest, I don't even know if that was the right word, mostest.
You're making up grammar there.
It's a badass nickname. That's what I'm trying to say. The Immortal. I'm guessing you own the movie Immortals.
I think the best nickname out there, I think.
Do you own the movie? Have you seen the movie?
The movie?
Yeah, Immortals. Yeah, the movie.
The Immortals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a badass movie for sure. Yeah, they should have put me in that, right?
Of course, man. How did you get this name?
It's tattooed on my stomach.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Why did you tattoo the Immortal on your stomach?
It goes back to just a few brushes with death that I had, and my friends would joke around with me and they'd tell me I was immortal, just as a joke, and then it just kind of stuck, I just kind of thought about it, like, oh, that's pretty cool, so I kept it. And now so I put it on my stomach, and then I actually never wanted it to be my nickname, but then it was on my stomach, so all the promoters, when I would fight at the lower shows and stuff, they'd always, I didn't want a nickname at all, and then they would call me the Immortal just to have a nickname in there, and so it just kind of stuck from there, really.
Oh, that's a very good nickname to have. We were talking to Tim Means earlier, and his nickname is the Dirty Bird because he messed up dyeing his hair. It came out a little bit pinkish red. So his friends at the training camp were telling him that he looked like a dirty bird. So he got stuck with that. So the Immortal is a badass nickname to get stuck with.
Yeah, that's better than Dirty Bird. At least more hardcore. Maybe not better, but more hardcore.
And I mean, obviously you got your webpage up, which is immortalbrown.com, and you can, play with that for the marketing. Our genius in marketing is Andrea Calle over here, and I'm sure she could give you 1,000 ideas on how to market the Immortal. That's just you can even come out with a cartoon character and your own series.
Right. Yeah, that'd be cool. I could probably use a marketing director in my life.
Well, there you go. We'll talk about that later. Another cool thing about talking, when you're talking to the Immortal, is your UFC career. When we talk about UFC veterans, your name has to be in the mix. Making your UFC debut in Tough 7, the finale back in June of 2008. This will be your 14th fight inside the octagon. Is being inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame a goal of yours, or you don't necessarily think about that?
Wow, yeah, that never even crossed my mind before. That'd be freaking awesome, though, for sure. To be recognized like that. I don't think I've done anything to constitute that yet, but hopefully I can, keep working hard and eventually get to that.
Now, you've been fighting in the UFC for a while, and you've had some up and downs, but lately you've put in a solid 4-fight winning streak. What exactly have you done or changed specifically to, put that together and kind of have everything working for you?
I get asked this question a lot. It wasn't about necessarily changing anything as much as just sticking to, consistency, just working hard every day. And, when you do that, you just keep working hard, and keep plugging away at it. There's always going to be ups and downs, but you just keep working and, keep grinding every day, and good things will come out of it eventually, no matter what.
You were also, as Camilo said, you were scheduled to fight Jordan Mein, but originally you were scheduled to fight Dan Hardy. Do you like this change a little better, or what do you prefer if you could choose between the two fighters?
Oh, no, I don't like the change better. Hardy's a bigger name, and to be honest, I think Mein is a tougher opponent. like Hardy's been talking about retirement and stuff lately, and I got there's a lot of tape out there on Hardy, and you know what to expect. You know what you get into with me, and he's a young, hungry kid. You don't really know what to expect out of him, and he's a very skilled guy. I think he's got more fights than me or Hardy. So he's been around for a lot of fights. And, I think it's a tougher fight myself, but so it's like higher risk and lower reward. But it's whatever. I don't pick and choose fights. I just go fight.
Talking about Dan Hardy, because of course all the routine exams, we know that he has an illness in his heart, and he's we don't know what is going to happen. Do you think after having such a long career, this type of exams, just because like California, they require additional exams, now a fighter might be out for good, he has to retire. Are you okay with that, knowing that they do it as a precaution for the fighters, but at the same time he's probably been fighting with that disease forever, or that illness in his heart forever? What are your thoughts as a fighter, considering that this may happen to anybody?
I mean, I guess it's a good thing to make sure everybody's safe and everything. I mean, I don't know. I guess I suppose that's good. I don't know. What do you think? You think it's good?
Well, I think, like he said, it's from my point of view, he's been fighting like that, and probably if they were to do the fight somewhere else, he might be able to do it. The commission inside California wouldn't allow him, and now now that they brought this up, now UFC might, and SUF and other organizations might be considering, upgrading they require just general exams, and this is going to affect not only Dan Hardy but a lot of other fighters because of, so that's.
I don't really know like the details of it. I know something with his heart or whatever. I don't know if it just popped up. Like I don't know anything about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard for me to really say anything, in that respect, being how ignorant I am of the situation.
Right.
I don't have any knowledge, really.
I had a question for you because you would have had a lot more fights in your record if it wasn't for these horrible injuries that, they happen all the time, and they've been kind of happening more often in MMA. How do you take the news that a fighter got injured when you're like so close to a fight and you've been training and all this stuff? Does it affect you, or are you the type of fighter that just kind of like rolls with the punches?
I think I'm more of a roll with the punches guy. I've had enough fights and enough. I had enough times where the fight got changed. I almost expect it now. Like me and my wife, we kind of joke about it. They call me and they say, you're fighting this guy. We signed a contract, and we kind of joke like, yeah, we'll be, we'll see how long this one lasts. See how long this contract lasts. You know what I mean? So, we always be joking about that. I think I've had more fights got switched than I've had fights that went through all the way.
Now, you're fighting at UFC on Fox 7, and to a lot of people this has been labeled sort of as UFC versus Strikeforce. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like you sort of got to be represent the UFC?
No, I don't. I mean, I never thought of it that way. I mean, I never heard that. So, I mean, I had never crossed my mind before. If they, I don't know, if maybe Dana says something to me like you need to represent UFC, maybe I will. But I don't know. I just did never even cross my mind before. I'm going there to, I'm fighting for myself, and just going there to fight my opponent. Not fighting against anything else.
The immortal does not concern himself with such things. He hears no evil, fears no evil, sees no evil. He goes in there and does his job. And we're going to be watching you doing your job against Jordan Mean on UFC on Fox 7. This is going to be, again, April 20th in San Jose, California. People can watch it on Fox. The prelims are going to be on FX and on Facebook. You can visit UFC.com for more info, and also check out ImmortalBrown.com. Where can they follow you on Twitter, Facebook? Oh, by the way, did you fall for any April Fool's jokes on Twitter?
I didn't do any on Twitter. I did one to my wife. It didn't work out too well. But
What did you do?
well, I texted her and said I think we should have an open relationship. Yeah. She didn't think it was very funny.
Did you come home and your stuff was outside in the front lawn?
Yeah. That's the last April Fool's joke I play on her.
Oh man, yeah, that's that's
a risky one.
That's a risky one. I mean, they call him the Immortal for a reason. Oh, that's crazy. Well, Matt, we appreciate you.
Yeah, she might have. I think she was about to put up to the test.
Wow. That's funny. That's funny. Well, we fell for a couple of them. I thought that Vanderlei Silva was actually going to fight Mousasi. I heard that Hector Lombard was moving up to fight Mousasi. Somebody tweeted that Mike Tyson was getting his tattoo removed from his face. And Mike Tyson came out laughing. He's like, no, guys, I'm not. It's funny. It's funny. But Matt, you know, we appreciate you taking time to talking to us. You know, normally the Sundays is a day for relaxation. For fighters, but again, you know, we appreciate you taking the time. You're a cool dude, awesome name, the Immortal, and I'm gonna tell Andrea to get in contact for you for the marketing. You know, we'll get a percentage of all the action figures. We'll do a spin-off or do something. We'll get creative with this, with the T-shirts, maybe a skateboard lining.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I'm down.
All right, that's good. All right, Matt. Well, thank you again for stopping by here at El Octagono. And any last words for your fans?
What's that?
Any last words for your fans?
Oh, no, just, you know, always, you know, hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. You know, Twitter is @I am the Immortal. You know, I thank my sponsors, I guess, you know, Cage Fighter, Muscle Farm, Alienware, you know, all the sponsors, you know, do good for me. Yeah, that's probably about it, man.
That's awesome, man. Well, Matt, thank you so much again, and enjoy the rest of this day, man.
All right, thanks, brother.
All right, take care, bro.
Para estar más informado, visita www.eloctagono.com.